So, here's the thing. When you have twin boys born at 22 weeks and they're living in the NICU 2.5 hours away, your life gets complicated. You're constantly balancing two worlds. One sterile, beeping, full of wires and monitors, and the other is your house, full of laundry, bills, and mail you should have probably opened a week ago. We're NICU parents, and while our boys are fighting like champions in the hospital, we're back here fighting to keep the house from collapsing, the bank account from overdrafting, and our own mental health from turning into a hot pocket. You know, the kind that's still frozen in the middle, but yet somehow still burned on the outside? After a long day at the hospital, driving home should have felt like relief, but instead, we're stepping into a second job. Unpaid, untrained, and very much still on the clock. The mail piled up, dishes reappear overnight like they're on a timer. We kept saying, catch up tomorrow, but tomorrow's always brought something else. Another NICU call, another doctor update, another 4 hours of driving. There was this constant feeling that we're behind. Behind on housework, behind on bills, behind on sleep, behind on being the people we were before we became NICU parents. And in the middle of all of that, we were trying to prepare a home for boys that weren't even close to coming home yet. Folding clothes we didn't know when they'd wear, sterilizing bottles they hadn't used, building a nursery for babies that are still fighting to breathe on their own. There's no real guidebook for this part. People check in on the babies, which is great and it's beautiful, but no one really checks in on your dirty kitchen, your maxed out credit card, or your crumbling mental health. We were trying hard to keep up, with life, expectations, with each other, and honestly, some days we just couldn't. There's this invisible weight, that NICU parents carry. You're not just worried, you're living in two timelines at once. There's hospital life, where every update matters, and then there's home life, where everything else feels like it's stuck on pause. And then there's the guilt, the kind that hits you, that you didn't see coming. Guilt for not being at the hospital every second, guilt for needing rest, guilt for working, guilt for laughing, guilt for letting the dishes wait one more day because you physically just can't handle it. Every time an update came, we drop everything, because every tiny piece of progress, every breath, every weight gain, every time a nurse said they had a good day, mattered more than anything we were doing at home. It's weird, because you feel like you're failing at everything. You're not present enough in the NICU, you're not productive enough at home, you're not emotionally available for your partner, you're not taking care of yourself, and yet, you just keep going. Because you have to. Because they need you. Even if they aren't home, actually, especially because they aren't home. While our boys were fighting for every breath in the NICU, we were fighting to keep life going outside of it. Danae was working full shifts, long ones. The kind where your legs hurt before lunch and your heart aches the whole time because your mind's still in a hospital room that's hours away. And me? I was trying to turn a side hustle into something more. Packing orders, answering messages, trying to grow a business, while trying to put the rest of the house back together. Our communication was sometimes nothing more than quick text, a weight update, a he had a good night, a picture that made everything else blur out for a second. I started mixing NICU life and business life without realizing it. Shipping labels next to tiny socks, budget spreadsheets next to hospital bills. My brain was constantly full and constantly tired. We didn't have the option to pause, so we just didn't. We just pushed through it 1 hour at a time, one bottle shipped, one order cleaned, or the other way around. One little heartbeat stronger. You get the point. The truth is, we don't have it all together. Not even close. Our house is still a mess. The to-do list is now part of the wallpaper. There's definitely baby clothes in kitchen drawers and that mystery smell in the fridge. We just stopped looking for it. But somehow, we're still standing. Still driving back and forth. Still showing up. Still loving our boys from 2.5 hours. The best way we know how. We're building a life that looks nothing like we expected, but everything that they deserve. It's chaotic, it's cluttered, and it's completely ours. If you're watching this and feeling overwhelmed with your own version of barely hanging on, hey, welcome. You're in good company. We're not experts, we're not influencers, we're just parents. scared, hopeful, and doing our best. And if our boys can fight this hard from an incubator, the least that we can do is keep going. And maybe fold the laundry. Next week.